Okay, time of reckoning. Let's see if we can get this back together. I have not tried to do this just yet. And I remember that I have this out, and I have to pull this over and twist it on there and hold my mouth just right. And I'm not sure if I can get it. Oh, here we go. There it is, clicked on, okay? There, I got it. Now, I did not replace that rubber gasket in there. We're gonna try this again and see what happens. I'm gonna turn the water on right now. Okay, no tricks. I have not done this before. Now, did you hear it? It's already starting to make that noise. I could have maybe tried to put some Vaseline around the edge of that. You know, something greasy around that. I might even try that. But the other thing is, if you can get a gasket, generally most hardware stores will have that. Now some hardware stores won't have it if they don't carry this particular fill valve tree. Like lots of places carry the 400A, which is the taller one that I usually install. We're checking that out. Could replace this whole thing, or the gasket, the little gasket. We just checked one hardware store and they had the gasket for a 200 and a 400, but not the 300. Imagine that. So here we go. Yeah, it's still gonna make the noise. You hear it? It's just gonna get worse and worse. And if we can locate that gasket, it could be as simple as just replacing that gasket. If we can't get that gasket, we may have to replace the entire tree. The tree is going to cost probably somewhere around $8 for the standard 400 fill valve from Fluid Master. This one is not so standard, I would think. This one could maybe cost even a little bit more. Now, I don't think I can replace this with a regular 400 fill valve. I might possibly be able to do that because on the fill valve itself right here, the tree, you can extend it up or down. I would have to kind of keep it about the same and adjust it a little bit more than normal because this drain is pretty low. See, usually the drain is up higher. And anyways, one step at a time. We've got some petroleum jelly here. I'm gonna put a little bit on there and see what happens. So it's just a repetition. I've got to get the water. Actually, I'm turning the valve off now down here at the wall. Okay. I want most of that water out of there. I'm gonna lift this up, push down on this, and turn it to the left until I hear that click. And now push it a little further until it snaps off. There, it popped off there. Oi. Okay. Now, I can take this out of there carefully, like that. And I'm going to take some petroleum jelly. And I'm just going to slather this on there. And I'm not sure what's going to happen because I don't usually do repairs like this, but hey, you know, try what you got first before you have to replace it. It shouldn't hurt anything, right? Okay, I'm going to wipe this up a little bit. I guess I can get my hands kind of clean. I don't want to get grease all over the place. Okay, so now I can put this back on there, push it back down, and before I do anything more, I'm going to wipe my hands off some more. We're doing this on the fly. We're going to see if it works, okay? Now I've got it back about where it needs to go. Got it on, push down, click to the right, voila. We got it back on. I'm going to turn the water back on. Okay, right now I'm not hearing anything, but the time of truth will be after it's on, after the water's all the way up, and we're going to flush this. Okay, stick around. I'm going to keep this going. This video may be a little bit longer than it should be, but I don't want you to think I'm pulling any fast ones on you. Oh. Wouldn't that be cool if this works?
I'm gonna call you Fast
Eddie.
Joe.
Hey, you wanna do the honor and flush it?
Oh.
Go on, flush your toilet. Let's go.
That?
Yep, we're gonna try it. Let go. Come on.
Oh my gosh. It's not singing to me.
It's not singing at all.
How am I going to live without that singing to me?
I don't know, but I think.
This was the fix?
Yes. I put that on it.
Video Joe, you
Because,
are too smart.
hey, that gasket is just all dry.
Just plastic dries.
Well, it's
even in water.
it's a rubber gasket.
Oh.
And it might have got out of whack just a little bit
Okay.
because it's 3 years old.
Are you hearing this, Home Depot?
And
I think we got it. Yeah, we got the fix.
we're on
It's
Home
called
Depot.
petroleum jelly on the rubber.
we're calling Home Depot to see if they had the rubber gasket in the 300 model. And I'm not sure if they do or not, but look at that. Now who knows how long that's going to last. It could last for quite a few more years. You might have to do it again. But if you go to the store, if you can buy one of those gaskets, I would highly recommend it and keep it around. You saw how quick I took it apart, right? And worst case scenario, if that's not it, or if you have any other issue with something like this, it's all plastic, 3 years, you'd be lucky to get this going for 3 years. They could last 5 years. Sometimes I've had these standard 400 series fill valve not even work at all, and I have to replace it right from the get-go, or maybe after a year have problems with it. And everything's with plastic parts, and if you have to replace it, okay, yeah, $10 out of your pocket, go ahead and replace this entire fill valve, as an option if you can't get that fixed. Yeah, baby. One down, one to go in the other room.
What am I going to do without you?
Without Video Joe, I know. Video Joe is getting ready to go
helper.
back to the islands in Maui. I'm here on the mainland, just, fixing toilets and such.
Singing toilets.
Yeah, singing toilets.
So that's the end of my. Whoa.
Yes. Ooh.
Home Depot in my
Singing
pocket.
a singing pocket nowadays.
Okay.
Okay, you want to put the top on? You can. Just be careful with it, because the last thing you want is to break that top. I've done it before, years ago, or I knew of somebody who did it because it slipped out of their hands. Okay?
Ta-da.
Right
I'm
on.
so happy we don't have to run to Home Depot.
Yeah, ready
Or Lowe's.
for the next customer.